Hello my friends and welcome to my very 7th video. Today we are going to ask the question: can you beat The Lord of the Rings, War of the Ring, Deathless? Wait a second. War of the Ring, he said? No Battle for Middle-earth? Yes, you're right. No Battle for Middle-earth today, but still Lord of the Rings RTS action. I will explain it now, so if you don't care for rules or probably a bad and lengthy explanation, then just jump to the timestamps in the description. For those who stick around, here's what happened. The Battle for Middle-earth 1 from EA Los Angeles released back in December 2004, but it wasn't the first Lord of the Rings RTS out there. No, on the 4th of November 2003, Sierra Entertainment released the first Lord of the Ring RTS developed by Liquid Entertainment. The people who made Battle Rams, by the way, if this name rings a bell. So, why does nobody remember the game? I mean, I don't blame you, I was just lucky that my brother stumbled upon it in a yard sale. Otherwise, I don't think that I would know it by now. Oh, and if you do know it, please let me know how you managed to hear from this game. I would love to hear your stories. Okay, to get back to my original question, why does no one know this game? Well, first of all, it's old, and I mean really old, almost 20 years by now. Oh god. Second, I mean, it's not a bad game, it's similar to Warcraft 3, even if it's a prequel, and you will see why in a bit, but there's no beating around the bush. Battle for Middle-earth is just far better in basically every way. Better unit control, more factions, camera angles, heroes, spells, campaign, more and more. But honestly, I don't think this makes this game a bad game, just a different. Well, that's enough video game comparison for now. Today we will try to run this game deathless, as everybody guessed by now, but still it will be a different experience for me, and probably for you, because I don't really remember the last time I played this game, and I don't think that I completed the campaign. So yeah, I don't really have much experience to pull from. So maybe we can learn together and die and suffer together. And I will also split this campaign in parts, maybe every 1 to 2 missions, so it's easier to edit for me. Please tell me which style of video you prefer, short videos or long ones. I can do both. Well, that was much explanation at the start of the run, but we're almost through. Just the rules now. I put them on screen right now, rush through them. First, no unit I control is allowed to die. Otherwise, I have to reload. Second, summons die when they expire. But if I beat the mission before the timer runs out, they are fair game. Third, campaign is set to the hardest difficulty, which is hard here. Fourth, allied units must be saved if possible, but only within reason. Fifth, bugs, glitches and exploits are encouraged if I find any, only I will. So, let's jump right into action. We start off the campaign on a map of Middle-earth. There we will select our missions and difficulty. Our first mission available is the Grey Ledge. I will show you the mission briefings and cutscenes so you can enjoy the story and campaign with me.
The Iron Hills echo with the sounds of clashing steel as the dwarves defend their homeland against a wicked orc onslaught. With the help of Gimli, son of Glóin, they prepare to rid the cliffs of the savage infestation. Gimli and his warriors must gather their forces, climb the nearby peaks, and crush their enemies under the weight of the mountain.
The time has come to drive the orcs from the Iron Hills. Look, up there. There's boulders on the cliffs above the orc camp. If we can gain those cliffs, we'll show the orcs what dwarves can do with stone. A few hard shoves will send some rock crashing down on orc heads. Ha 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 ha!
We take control over Gimli and his forces, where we must drive back an orc invasion force, which shouldn't be that hard, right? While we wait, I can check the spellbook, and honestly, there are only 2 spells which are interesting to me. The legend spell, which makes one of my heroes a legend, which greatly improves their stats, but they can't be revived. Well, that's an ability for a Deathless run. The other interesting ability is the Summon Ant ability, which costs many spell points, but sounds nice to have an unstoppable ant in your army. Please don't be timed. 20 minutes later, and I finally have a somewhat decent income and can build up a forge for upgrades and axe throwers for range damage, because I will not send in weak melee troops in a Deathless run. Then I build 2 towers for defense, finish my troops, and move out. Man, it's been so long since I played this game, almost everything is new to me. But hey, that's part of the appeal if I'm honest. The goal of the mission is to get some rocks, which are conveniently placed on the edge, so if we can move them a tiny bit, they will crush the orcs beneath them. Why don't they just move out the way anyway? Okay, my forces encounter some enemies, I clear them. While I do this, I notice something. Gimli gains XP every time he attacks an enemy, so can we level him up in this mission and use him again leveled up in some other mission? That would be nice. So a long slog of attacking, pulling back, healing up, and attacking again begins. It took me another 20 minutes or so to level Gimli a bit, but I noticed that he gets stronger and he even tanks more damage every level. That will be useful. At one point I gain a healing well, which grants an auto heal buff to my troops. Neat! And I will later discover that every unit has an auto heal to start with, which is awesome for this run. But hey, why are there arrows flying to my units? What? Where do they come from? Oh, from the hill. There are units on top of this hill and I can't see them, so they fire from the shadows. Well, that's fun. I rush my squad through and Gimli takes the lead again, because he has not hit max level yet. But don't worry, he will soon enough. After the orcs are cleared out, it's time to crush them with the stones. It worked flawlessly. 1 stone thrown down, 2 more to go. On my way to the next stone, I clear the remains of the camp and encounter the last big camp. I can't seem to find a way on top of the hill to the rocks, so I guess I have to go through this camp. Gimli takes the lead again, and by this point he has reached level 10 and is a beast. His damage, regeneration, and armor is so good he can almost solo this. Oh, and did I mention he has an AoE stun ability, which is basically no cooldown? No? Well, he has, and it's great. I managed to slowly clear the camp and kill the enemy orc leader. He falls and is camped soon after. Then the mission ends? Oh, what? I ignored the original objective and just cleared the camp without the rocks? Oops, I didn't know that you can do this. Well, it still worked, so I don't care.
Spread quickly in the orc ranks about dwarves who could make rocks fall from the sky. The orcs retreated from the cliffs and mountain ledges they had used to invade the dwarf lands. A dwarf victory would have been assured, but fear of the Dark Lord Sauron inspired the orcs to find another way into the kingdom of Durin's folk.
And I managed to beat the mission without any losses. So see you in mission 2. Okay guys, stay healthy, enjoy life, and game on.